The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations, giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover the Notes tab in GoldMine, or Notes in general, and the advantages and disadvantages of using Notes in a typical CRM system like GoldMine. So good morning for those of you listening live. My name is Tim Wilmot, Wizard of Wizard Systems. We're a specialist CRM systems supplier who help out mainly small and mid-sized organizations improve their productivity in the areas of sales, marketing, and customer service through the use of simple and affordable solutions like GoldMine. Now, this presentation will be about 10 minutes or so in duration. My company, Wizard Systems, we offer lots of extensive help options to help you get the most out of GoldMine. The audio part of this presentation is one way only. Those listening live, if you've got a question, pop that into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer at the end. Also at the end, I'll give you an update on any GoldMine product news for you. And this call is being recorded. After the event, you will get, those listening live, you will get an email from our system with a link to the recording, and it will be up on our YouTube channel as well. Just got to Wizard Systems on YouTube, and you'll see loads of other GoldMine videos up there. There's a GoldMine playlist as well, consisting of well over 100 videos on different topics around GoldMine. Okay, so let's get started then. Brief mention about Wizard Systems. We are a leading provider of GoldMine. We provide any kind of service around GoldMine, the product, upgrades, implementation, training, and help desk support. Please contact us if you want any help on GoldMine or CRM. So let's get into GoldMine then, and the Notes tab. Every CRM system is going to have a general Notes tab, and the topic for this event was prompted recently by a call we had on our help desk, and this GoldMine user was literally putting everything into Notes, information about phone calls, meetings, things they had to do, and they were getting in a little bit of a mess and found it difficult to find information, creating lists, and they weren't really aware of the other areas in GoldMine, the other areas that GoldMine gives you to more properly structure and record and more easily track this sort of information. So obviously at the heart of GoldMine is a contact record, and you've got that Notes tab on the contact tab bar there, and you can easily add in notes. Now it's meant really for general notes. There are many, many other places in GoldMine where you can store notes. So for example, if you're scheduling or completing an activity that you've done, you will also have a big notes box there, and you can click on this little double chevron icon here to expand that out and give you a whole lot more information, including a spell check capability to type in notes specific to that activity. So generally notes here is free format. There's no structure to it. And as such, it can then be quite difficult if you ever want to do any reporting on the information in notes. It can be a little bit more difficult in finding information in notes, specific information, or if you want to create a list for maybe some kind of marketing purpose. And also with certain versions of GoldMine and the way that you set up GoldMine, it could be possible for other users to delete existing notes and not leave too much of an audit trail behind, that they've removed that information, which this particular user, I think, was suffering from missing notes because users had another colleague, another co-worker had removed those notes. So there's not an awful lot of security around that notes area, which is again typical of many other CRM solutions around that note. So our advice would be to use notes just for general information. If you've got something that you want to track or record about a customer and it doesn't go anywhere else, it doesn't go into a field, it won't go into history, it's not relating to an activity, it's not relating to an opportunity, because as you know, many of you are existing GoldMine users, I'm sure, watching this, there's many other areas, detail records, opportunities, case records, numerous activity types that you've got as well. And they all have their individual notes boxes with that expandable little chevron there to type in notes to your heart's content. Now, you're not likely to reach the limits of these notes unless you're running a very old GoldMine version. So don't have any concerns about reaching that kind of limit there. There is actually a limit, but in practice, you're unlikely to reach that. So there you are, some different hints and tips on notes. As you may know also, when you're searching for notes, it does give you, the contact search center does give you the notes field, the notes area as a way of finding those notes. But because of the very nature of the way people may be using notes, it is just free format. So just be aware that you may not, in any search, you may not find all of that information in there. So as we normally do on our 101 sessions, if you've got any questions around this feature, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel. Joanna is asking, can you transfer notes to another area like calls? Yes, it is possible. You may need some assistance from Wizard Systems to do this, but it is possible to export, to take that information that's in notes and then re-import it, be like a two-step process and re-import it properly into calls. But I think if you are suffering from this, a bit of education of your users, if there's more than one of you there using GoldMine, to make sure that everyone is interpreting notes in the right way and that you are not putting activity information into notes. You're using the sort of textbook way of using GoldMine to track that in a specific activity type. So yes, we can transfer, or you can transfer that information, but then prevention going forward, bit of agreement from your colleagues to make sure that that sort of situation doesn't continue. Right, David, I guess you can import into notes. Yes, you can, depending on what sort of system you're importing from. There may be some limits in the number of characters in that notes in the source file, not necessarily GoldMine, but for example, if it was Excel, some kind of a memo field, if you're sort of transferring into a CSV format, there could be some limitations there. So just be careful that you're not truncating any of that information there, David. Right, don't think there's any more questions coming through. Thanks, the two of you, for those. So latest news on GoldMine. So this event, this session is dated November. We're towards the end of November 2020. We're just sort of coming out of lockdown. All of our training is online right now. Have you got any requirements for training? Any aspect of GoldMine, please contact Wizard System. We can do it online wherever you are, almost whatever time zone. We can give you any kind of training assistance via remote connection, make it very interactive for you. Please contact us for details. The latest release of GoldMine is 2020.1. Please contact us for more information on that if you're running an old version. And running up to the end of the year, there are some special offers on maintenance and acquiring extra licenses of GoldMine as well. If you want to, if you're contemplating any expansion of your GoldMine system there, please contact us for details. You can save quite a bit of money. So thanks very much for watching this session, this event. Please contact us for more information on GoldMine. My name is Tim Wilmot, email address tim@wizard-systems.com. Please, if you've got any suggestions for future GoldMine topics that would be of interest to the GoldMine community, please drop us a line. There's our other contact details there, and this will be up on our YouTube channel as well as many other GoldMine topics and previous events. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you same time next week. Bye-bye.